What if the key to unlocking your own future was tied to stepping into someone else's mess? Sounds counterintuitive, right? But that's exactly what Boaz did when he redeemed Ruth. It wasn't about him, it was about doing what was right, even at great personal cost. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Boaz's act of redemption didn't just change Ruth's life, it changed the course of history. His decision to take responsibility for her future didn't just bring him a wife, it connected him to the lineage of Jesus Christ. This story isn't just some ancient tale, it's a roadmap for how we should handle the opportunities we face today. Ready to discover the hidden power behind Boaz's choice and why it matters to you? Then, let's read the chapter together. Meanwhile, Boaz went up to the town gate and sat down just as the guardian redeemer he had mentioned came along. Boaz said, "Come over here, my friend, and sit down." So he went over and sat down. Boaz took 10 of the elders of the town and said, "Sit here," and they did so. Then he said to the guardian redeemer, "Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling the piece of land that belonged to our relative Elimelech. I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of these seated here and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do so. But if you will not, tell me, so I will know. For no one has the right to do it except you, and I am next in line." "I will redeem it," he said. Then Boaz said, "On the day you buy the land from Naomi, you also acquire Ruth the Moabite, the dead man's widow, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property." At this, the guardian redeemer said, "Then I cannot redeem it because I might endanger my own estate." "You redeem it yourself. I cannot do it." Now, in earlier times in Israel, for the redemption and transfer of property to become final, one party took off his sandal and gave it to the other. This was the method of legalizing transactions in Israel. So the guardian redeemer said to Boaz, "Buy it yourself." And he removed his sandal. Then Boaz announced to the elders and all the people, "Today you are witnesses that I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech, Chilion, and Mahlon. I have also acquired Ruth the Moabite, Mahlon's widow, as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property, so that his name will not disappear from among his family or from his hometown. Today you are witnesses." Then the elders and all the people at the gate said, "We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your home like Rachel and Leah, who together built up the family of Israel. May you have standing in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem. Through the offspring the Lord gives you by this young woman, may your family be like that of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah." So Boaz took Ruth and she became his wife. When he made love to her, the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The women said to Naomi, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you and who is better to you than 7 sons, has given him birth." Then Naomi took the child in her arms and cared for him. The women living there said, "Naomi has a son." And they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. This, then, is the family line of Perez. Perez was the father of Hezron, Hezron the father of Ram, Ram the father of Amminadab, Amminadab the father of Nahshon, Nahshon the father of Salmon, Salmon the father of Boaz, Boaz the father of Obed, Obed the father of Jesse, and Jesse the father of David. Let's say a quick prayer to thank the Lord for his mercy. Hey God, thank you so much for this amazing journey through your word today. We've learned so much about redemption and how you use the most unexpected people for your great purpose. Thank you for showing us the beauty of responsibility and the power of stepping into someone else's life, just like Boaz did. Please, help us apply this wisdom in our everyday lives. When opportunities to redeem and restore come our way, give us the courage to step up and act, even when it's hard. Thank you for your grace and for always guiding us. Amen. So, what's the takeaway here? Boaz's choice to redeem Ruth wasn't just a noble act, it was a transformative one. It challenges us to look at our own lives and ask, who are we called to redeem? Whose future can we step into, even if it requires personal sacrifice? What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for lies in how you respond to someone else's need? Redemption, in the truest sense, always involves risk, responsibility, and grace. But just like Boaz, when we choose to step up, we find ourselves part of something far bigger than ourselves. Now, let's get real for a moment. When was the last time you stepped into a situation for the sake of someone else? Think about the difference it could make if you embraced that same responsibility Boaz did. Don't just sit back and wait for opportunities to fall in your lap. Go after them. Redeem the situations that need your intervention. And if you haven't yet, now's the perfect time to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. We're diving deep into these lessons, and you won't want to miss what's next. And, as always, don't forget to check the last video and learn more about the scriptures.